That's right, VITAVON axle housings. Check these things out. We're going to get a good look at these and get them on the Ryft and take this thing outside and have some fun. Oh yeah, let's get started. Look at this beauty right here. Wow, this is not going to break, guys. 70-75 billet, oversized bearings. Wow. Now, the C-hubs, they're part of the axle, so they cannot come loose, but they also can't be adjusted. So they are at the factory specs. Wow, this thing, it is nice. Not going to break that at all. And here is the back. Same big bearing. Wow. Whew. All right. It's time to start getting my Ryft apart and getting these put in. Time to get this thing VITAVON'd out. Now, as far as the teardown goes, I've already done that, so I'm going to go ahead and get that part done. This does have a mini snatch strap by DSM. Helps keep that front end down without messing up your articulation. I did the sway bar back here. That's a Hot Racing for the front of a bomber. I might buy another kit and use a straight arm on that. So just to kind of take that out a little bit. But I'm going to go ahead and start getting some work done. Anything that I find different that I need to show you guys, I will. And it is time for me to get to work. Let's go ahead and get a weight here of the stock axle housing that we are changing out. That is empty, so it's 121 grams, 4.3 ounces. Now it's time for the VITAVON, and I did leave a couple bolts in there and all that. 181 grams, 6.4 ounces. Not bad at all, not considering the awesomeness of that. The top mounts that go right here and here, I'm not using those. So for now, I'm just simply going to bag those up and save those for who knows what later. But for right now, this is the way the axle housing is going to go on. Let's look inside of it. Now you will need to reuse the 10x15x4 bearing. I kind of stock them, so I just simply put a new one in. The outside bearing. See if I can show you guys that versus the stock one. Pretty darn big there. So yeah, definitely good to go. Now I get to put in my gears. In case you're wondering about the pinion bearing, it is a 6x15x5. That is a lot of beef. Everything went in. The mesh feels good. I'm going to add a little bit more grease to it now that this is in its permanent home. There it is right there. Piece of cake to put together, guys. Super awesome. Mesh feels great. This servo will come out for a raw 500 soon, but not now. The front is done, and I am going to add that little servo wire extension. This way I can just change the servos out nice and easy without having to dig back into everything. On the rear axle, things are changed up a little bit. Notice the difference in length right there. On the plastic one, the bearing is in here. It's all one piece. On the VITAVON, the bearing is actually in the housing. So make sure you guys don't go trying to shove this bearing into it, you know, because it's just not the way it's supposed to be. Let's go and take a look at this. Again, bigger bearings. Gotta love that. The way these go in, those bearings have to come out of the housing, and they are in there tight. I had to use this piece of 1/8 inch rod and actually go through the tubes. I had to take the diff and all back out and actually tap it through to the other side, and was able to knock them out that way. They wouldn't just wiggle out with the axles or anything like that. So they are tight up in here. So yeah, you may have to give them a little bit of love tap, but they will come out. And the back end is done. And pulling these in, you can kind of tap them a little bit, bring them up close, and then you can just use the screws to pull them up the rest of the way. So once I tear up this diff, I may end up just go ahead and putting a spool in the back of here. Not sure yet, but it's time to bolt this back to the arms. This thing is ready to go back in. And yes, I did add a little extension, so when I do get to change out that servo, I won't have to tear everything back apart. I can get to it right there. Look at that. Ho, 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 ho. You know what time it is. We're heading straight for the ramps. Here we go. Woo! Ho, 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 ho. Oh! That was an insane back hit. Wow. And now we're back at the big sand hill. Oh! Of course, I'm going to do the burnout just because it is so awesome. Now, I'm pretty sure this servo saver is just progressively getting weaker and weaker, but let's see what we can do here. Oh, I hope I got that. Oh, I did. I got that. Oh, wow, that was awesome. Boom. Oh, hard hit on the side. That servo saver is just getting so loose I can hardly keep it straight where I want it to be up the hill. Yeah. Ah. Oh, that was not what I wanted to do. I should have throttled out of it. I do this with the X-Max and other big trucks. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to even hold it straight enough to get this, but we're going to try. Oh. Yeah, this thing is just all over the place. That steering is just fried. So, all right. That, my friends, is an acceptable casualty. Wow, these axles are awesome. How about some two-wheel drive action? I don't want to tear my drive shafts up. They'll be flapping around and all that. Ooh, oh, I got more damage too. Get over here, I'll show you guys. It doesn't track straight for some reason. I don't know what's up with that. But looks like if I can get this in the sunlight here, finally took out a lower arm. All right. You know what? It's a good thing VITAVON has got those new arms. Woo! I just gotta wait for them. Yeah, drive shaft is hung up on the link. There we go. So guys, that was the most brutal beatdown I put on this thing. I mean, by far. I was kind of just driving and just boom, seeing what it's got, which I have been a bit timid in the previous videos, you know, because the issues that they are known to have. It appears that was a bad batch of plastic. Was missing some of the fiber or something like that in there. But anyways, man, no backflips, they were up there. So right here in the backyard, you know, when I'm landing out there, the ground's a little harder than what it is usually when I land at the park. And if you notice, most of my landings are actually in the soft, except for my front flip. And I'm a little disappointed in my reaction on that, you know. Got it in the camera though, got that part. But I should have just let the thing naturally go all the way over, then tap the throttle. For some reason, I was thinking tap the brakes, go ahead and get the full rotation, and then throttle it. And I actually did get the throttle right at the very end, but it was too little, too late. But regardless, a broken rod end and a broken rear right trailing arm. That's awesome. I don't have a right trailing arm to replace it with yet, but it's okay. VITAVON. VITAVON to the rescue. So, the servo saver, that thing is just getting progressively worse, so I guess it's time to go ahead and get that 500 in there. Not that I can drive it, but anyways, we'll have to see. I might patch that arm up and give it another run. Anyway, guys, check that description. I'll put links to all this stuff, and whatever I can find for VITAVON, I'll put down there as well. I'll find the raw 500 servo, get that in there. I'll find the rod ends and stuff like that I've got to repair this. I'll get those down there. GT5 radio, it's all down below. Use those links to help out the channel. AMain, eBay, Amazon, and Horizon. It helps out quite a bit. So guys, that was a fun time. That was a fun time. Hopefully you guys sat back and watched it all. Guys, check that description. Use those links. Make sure you're subscribed. And thank you all for watching.
Guys, if you like what you see, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and ring that bell. So, in the description, there's a link to become a channel member. If you want to become a channel member, it's a very simple $2, $5, $10, or if you really got some money, $25 a month. It's a simple way to support the channel. So, get that, and I am doing monthly giveaways for members only, so you might want to consider it. So, guys, use those links. Make sure you're subscribed. Thank you all for watching.